really is. I mean, Rafe, you sound quite mad. I mean, I don't know where you get your facts from.
Well, for history books, you should try to read one once in a while.
I don't know which history books you're reading, but they're not correct, because you're talking about benefits to who? Self-indigenous people and people who were colonised. Actually, I call colonisation genocide.
The whole cyclical famines of India ended because of British storage techniques and malnutrition projects.
You're actually lying about your facts.
Well, I'd love to have a longer discussion where I can expose the nonsense that you're spouting here.
Also,
the British advanced women's rights in India. The history of women in India is one of oppression. The British banned sutti, the burning of widows on the funeral pyres. The British stopped the infanticide of girls.
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back giving you a new video, guys. Today we're going to check it out. British historian destroys race activist. Okay, this is going to be good. She's a professional race activist, and all of us check this video out together, guys. Let's get right into today's video, guys.
Sensitive one. John Howard, he used to be the Prime Minister of Australia. Well, he's sparked a lot of debate because he has described colonisation as
the luckiest thing that's ever happened to his country.
Okay, now just think about that, and if you're Aboriginal or whatever, you may have a completely different view of that. But he praised Britain for being a... let me see what he praised Britain for there. Sorry, don't we get so excited there. About being the most benevolent imperial power compared to other European colonisers.
Well, the question today that we're asking is it time for Britain to stop apologising for its colonial past? Well, Rafe Hakel-Mancuse says that former British colonies are some of the most successful countries in the world.
But Narinder Kaur says that colonisation was never a good thing. So, good morning. Very nice to see you both. But Rafe, you are a child of empire, and my friend, I mean, you're from Kenyan Indian descent. And you think, and you're proud of that, and you think that was a good thing?
Absolutely. I mean, look, we have to speak facts here. Colonialism and capitalism together lifted more people out of poverty in the world than any other two forms that we have here. Wherever you go in the world, particularly British colonialism, every region of the world, the most successful, the most democratic, and usually the richest countries are those that have a former colonial British inheritance. That applies to the Americas, South America, Africa, Asia, and elsewhere. And there's a reason that Canada, Australia, and New Zealand always rank amongst the 10 best countries in which to live, and that's because of their colonial inheritance. You know, the army, the military, schools, universities, hospitals, the infrastructure of government, the civil service, all of that is due to the British inheritance. And if you look around the world, it's impossible to say that the countries of Africa and Asia and elsewhere would have had the evolution towards democratic legislatures and stable countries were it not for colonialisation.
Well, it's an interesting statement. It's a brave statement. Narinder is the steam coming out of her ears.
There really is. I mean, Rafe, you sound quite mad. I mean, I don't know where you get your facts from.
Well, for history books, you should try to read one once in a while.
I don't know which history books you're reading, but they're not correct, because you're talking about benefits to who? Self-indigenous people and people who were colonised. Actually, I call colonisation genocide. Let's speak facts. Your facts are actually British colonisation, genocide, killed...
Genocide is a very difficult word.
I'll let you speak. Killed hundreds of millions of people. It's murder. There's a legal liability here. They killed hundreds of millions of people colonising the world. And actually, I don't like this argument, Eamon, that actually it was in the past, because you said that in the break, that actually it's in the past, let it go. The ramifications of colonisation are still felt today. Aboriginal people are still the poorest in health, education. An Aboriginal teenager is more likely to go to prison than university.
I'll tell you what I think. I mean, it's very controversial. I mean, I'm from Ireland, and, you know, colonisation there, we still live with today. It's not... I totally understand her into your argument there, but part of me says, look ahead, stop looking back. We can't change the past.
How can you look ahead when you're still suffering? People who were former slaves, their families are still suffering.
No one is suffering from colonialism. Come on, Narinder. You're spouting nonsense. Firstly, hundreds of millions of people...
Hundreds of millions of people were murdered. Rafe, you don't know your facts, and I feel sorry for you.
Narinder may be saying... everything you said may well be true, but Narinder basically is saying... it wasn't worth the price that was paid.
Well, it's absolute nonsense. Firstly, there's
killing of millions of
excuse
people
me,
isn't worth
it's
the
now my
price.
turn to speak. Thanks so much. Hundreds of millions of people did not die underneath the British Empire.
Yes,
That's
they did.
complete nonsense. Also, life expectancy for Aborigines for thousands of years had been 40 years of age. You know, they were a Stone Age Paleolithic culture when the British arrived there.
So are you
They now have life expectancies of 70 years, 30 years
No, that's not
longer.
correct either.
I'm sorry, I'm giving you the absolute facts here.
Their life expectancy is decades less than white Australians.
And
The
there
fact
are many
is,
reasons for that,
self-indigenous
but it's not due
people-
to colonialism. Their life expectancy increased by 30 years in 200 years.
No,
After tens of thousands
you
of years,
can't
it was 40 years. I'm terribly sorry, but you need to go back
No,
and do some
Rafe, you
research.
don't know your facts because actually colonisation or genocide has put Australians, South Indigenous people, behind hundreds of years.
Everywhere you go.
Colonisation put Indians back hundreds of years. You're not right in anything.
Excuse me,
And actually,
under
you
the
can't
Raj,
say-
the British
You
population-
can't actually say
All right.
that because Britain made some trains and we did this and we did that. We did great. You did it for your own benefit.
The Indian population-
The only thing that benefited colonisation was the British, their pockets. You lined your pockets
Narendra,
on the
I-
backs of
Sorry, can I just make
Indigenous
one
And
point?
I will guess that the general audience that's listening and watching us today will respect what both of you are saying, but they'll say you're losing the argument because he seems very calm about this, and you rightly probably so. You're inflamed about this, aren't you?
Because people died at the hands of British government and the British monarchy.
All right,
How
I'm
could
sorry,
you
can I just
forget that?
interject
Let
here?
me finish now.
Well, you've spoken for
People
quite a while,
died,
actually.
Okay,
Eamon.
right.
Hundreds of millions of people died.
Okay, how do you respond to
Under
that?
the Indian Raj, the population of India increased from 170 million to 450
20 million died of the Bengal famine.
The whole cyclical famines of India ended because of British storage
Oh, my
techniques
goodness.
and malnutrition
you're a liar.
projects.
You're actually lying about your facts. It's lies.
Well, I'd love to have
He's
a
a
longer discussion
historian.
where I can expose the nonsense that you're
No,
spouting
you're-
here.
you're spouting
Also,
nonsense on
the
national
British
TV.
advanced women's rights in India. The history of women in India is one of oppression. The British banned sutti, the burning of widows on the funeral pyres. The British stopped the infanticide of girls. And the British allowed Hindu women to remarry.
Killed in
All right?
1919. You shot
You
dead
wouldn't be here
children
enjoying the
in
lifestyle you
Jallianwala
are were it not for the Britain's great
basically what
advances for women. I'm
so
terribly
basically,
sorry.
Rafe, what you're saying is because Britain, the great British Empire, we went there and we advanced social justices and all that. Therefore, I'm lucky. I'm not lucky if my ancestors were murdered at the hands
Your
of
ancestors
British
are also
generals.
my ancestors. We're both
They were
Sikhs,
murdered,
all right? So don't
therefore.
speak as if you have
People were
complete
murdered.
domain
I'm
over
not
this.
Lucky.
All right?
I'm not lucky.
You are
Indian
absolutely
people,
lucky.
Aboriginal people are not lucky because of British colonisation. British colonisation was genocide.
I'm saying as
And
a
it
woman,
needs
as
to
an
be
Indian woman,
acknowledged.
you are lucky because
I'm
of
not
colonisation,
lucky.
because
I'm
your
not
life
lucky.
would not
I
be
live in
as...
a country where I face racism. I could have been back home, and actually India could have been richer. Thankfully, we are richer now. Thankfully, 'cause
India is one of the
colonisation-
world's 5 most racist countries. I'm terribly sorry to break it to you.
That's got nothing to do with colonisation.
She's playing the Vitz game. Like she was the one that was being oppressed. Colonization was the best thing, and capitalism was the two best things that happened in this world, especially colonization. Like whenever I hear people saying, the British colonized, what they did was bad, was horrible, was this and that. I'm not saying I'm proud of what they did. Do you understand? But what they did made a massive change and awareness to all the countries they colonized. It's made them much better. And the British were able to stop a lot of things that happened in those countries. So in a way, it's good. In a way, it's also bad. But you saying those countries are way poorer than how they were before, that's a garden lie. That's a lie. Those countries are way better. 100% way better. If there was no colonization, there will never be awareness in those countries. Those countries would have been more backward now. Whether you accept it or not, it's the truth. That woman was playing a victim game. And for me, I support the historian. She's lucky to be there right now. Because if there was no colonization, she wouldn't be in that city that she is. A couple, when people have twins, they are going to kill them, see it as a taboo. I think Mary Slessor was the one who stopped the killing of twins in Nigeria. Also, other African countries too. There were things that were happening that should not be happening. Do you understand? For the African people, they say it as normal. They see it as a taboo. But it was not right. Do you understand? It was not right. So colonization was a breaking stone or breaking pick for different countries, Indian, African countries. Do you understand? Colonization was bad in the aspect of people dying, but was it a good thing in the upper future, in the aspect of change that happened? Yes. I would say yes. Have you seen South Africa? Have you seen Ghana? Have you seen Nigeria? Have you seen Kenya? Like, it's not as bad as people portray it. What happened in our past is terrible. And I do not support slavery. Chaining people's neck, their hands, their feet. It's bad. They use humans as exchange. Like money exchange. Slavery is something that have happened during the time of the Bible. Even before Jesus was on earth. Slavery was going on. Even right now. Human trafficking is still going on. Slavery is still going on. Do you understand? But is colonization as bad as people portray it? That is what we're talking about. I would say no. It's brought a lot of changes and a lot of advancements in different countries that were colonized. It's made them better by creating awareness and discoveries that never thought was there. Was the British people way richer than they were? Yeah, they made money off it. But did they impact the countries they colonized? Yes, in a massive way. And they stopped a lot of things that were occurring in those countries. British were not the first to colonize the country. They were not the first to enslave people in the world. No. So if you ask me, I support the historian 100%. The lady was just playing a victim game. I can see it by her expression, by what she said. She's a professional victim. Like, we know when someone is a professional. That's who she is. She's a professional. She don't want to move past it. She don't want to accept the fact that colonization have made massive impacts in the world in general. And capitalism. Both were two great things that happened in the world. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video to as many as can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.